First chapter, gravitation, part first. सेमीच्या विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी first, effect of forces. What are the effect of the forces? First one, change in size or shape. First, second one म्हणजे एखाद्या ऑब्जेक्टला जर तुम्ही प्रेस केलं, त्याच्यावर जर फोर्स लावला तर त्याचा आकार आणि त्याची जो आकार आहे तो काय होतो, बदलू शकतो. साइज अँड शेप म्हणजे साइज म्हणजे रबराला तुम्ही ताणलं, इफ यू स्ट्रेच द पुल डाउन द रबर बँड, so it will get stretched. After removing the force, it will come its original position. Second one, that is the displacement. When this is point A and if you apply force on it, the object will come on a point B. So this is the displacement of an object. And third one म्हणजे विस्थापन होतं. And third one is that if you want to change the direction of any object, if it is in the motion or rest in a motion, so change in direction. These are the effect of forces. Now, second question is that do you the familiar of any kind of forces? Definitely. In 8th and 9th standard, we have learned about the contact and non-contact forces, and it will be categorized into balanced and unbalanced forces also. Likewise, if you take some example of the forces are frictional force, electrical force, magnetic force, gravitational force. These are the different types of the forces which we have been learned earlier in standard. So now point is that among that all forces we heard about the gravitation or gravitational force. What is the gravitational force? It is a universal force. How it is a universal force? But before that, in the previous standard, we have learned about Earth apply one kind of a force on its object, and because of that, object is directly come into the motion and fall on the surface of the Earth. यापूर्वीच आपण पाहिलं की पृथ्वी एक विशिष्ट प्रकारचं बल या पृथ्वीवर असलेल्या वस्तूंवर लावते, जेणेकरून या वस्तू थेट काय होतात, सरळ रेषेमध्ये या पृथ्वीवरून पडतात. मग सर आयझॅक न्यूटनला या प्रश्नाचं उत्तर तर मिळालं होतं. मग सर आयझॅक न्यूटननी त्यांची विचाराची व्याप्ती वाढवली. अगेन ही थॉट सो मच टाइम and he founded some question that first one, why object not flies away in this direction? First one, why it comes straight down here? Number 2, and number 3, if an object is far long away, means it is too much farther from the earth, can it is applied on that object? It means that the astronomical body. If we take example of the moon here, these are the such questions arises mind in the Sir Isaac Newton. You can draw a diagram from the book. This is the earth, this is the moon, and this is the apple. It directly comes toward the earth. It means that applying the force from the earth on an apple, which is a small in size, so it is a perpendicular. The question is that why apple flies not away in this direction or in this direction? Because of from the center of the earth, the force is applied straight towards on earth. As like as if the earth is apply force on a fruit, can fruit apply force on earth? Yes, it is possible. Suppose this is the M1 and this is the M2. This is the two objects. It having also an attraction between them from the center of their body, and this is also having from this point also it can be applied force, but they get cancel away and remaining only the center of the force, and because of that, suppose समजून घेण्यासाठी आपण एक आकृती काढू. एक व्यक्ती आहे, या व्यक्तीने एक दोरा इट हॅविंग अ वन स्ट्रिंग अँड टाइड वन विथ स्टोन, एका दगडाला त्याने स्ट्रिंग बांधली, टाय अप केली आणि त्याला रोटेट करायला सुरुवात केली इन अ सर्क्युलर डायरेक्शन. इथं नेमकं झालं काय? द फोर्स इज अप्लाइड बाय पर्सन ऑन स्टोन. ज्यावेळेस ह्या व्यक्तीकडनं या दगडावर स्टोन लागला त्यावेळेस हा दगड मोशन मध्ये आला. इट हॅविंग अ वेलोसिटी. Definitely. At the same time, what happened here? If at the same time applying of the force and releasing of the string, the stone will go in this direction. That is a tangential direction. But exactly not happening here. Again, actually stone want to release or go in this direction, but it will tie with a string. जर इथं तुम्ही दगडाला त्या दोरीमार्फत बल लावलं, फोर्स लावला, तर दगड ऍक्च्युअली या स्पर्शिकेच्या टँजेन्शियल दिशेने जाईल, पण तो कसा चाललाय का? नाही, तो आलाय इथं. कशामुळे आलाय? बिकॉज अगेन इट इज अप्लाइड फोर्स फ्रॉम अ सेंटर. फ्रॉम वेअर? फ्रॉम सेंटर. And again, see here, the direction is like here, but the stone will not go the tangential. Why it will not go? Because the applying force from the center side. And if it is released, it will go in this direction. Same, centripetal force. The meaning of a centripetal force. So centripetal force meaning is that the force acting on any object which will moving along a circle. This object is moving along a circle and it's directed towards the center. Means its force having directed towards the center. So that force is called as the centripetal force. It means that that object trying to goes inside into the center. Object tries go into the center, but because of this velocity, it is not possible to come here. This velocity, if the force has been released, and it having a velocity, it will go in a tangential side. Kepler's law. टायको ब्राहे नावाचे सायंटिस्ट होते. टायको ब्राहेंनी जो डेटा गोळा केला होता, त्यांचे विद्यार्थी जॉयनस केपलर होते. त्यांनी तो सगळा डेटा घेतला आणि टायको ब्राहेच्या सगळ्या रीडिंग्सवर, सगळ्या डेटावर त्यांनी प्लॅनेटरी मोशन्सचे त्यांनी 3 लॉ दिले. त्यातला पहिला लॉ, नाउ सी द फर्स्ट लॉ, that is called as Kepler's first law. Kepler's law describing about the planetary motion. Planet, ग्रह, जी प्लॅनेटची मोशन आहे त्याला डिस्क्राइब करण्यासाठी या केप्लर्सनी त्यांचे 3 लॉ मांडले. द केप्लर्स फर्स्ट लॉ इज दॅट द ऑर्बिट ऑफ अ प्लॅनेट, सो दिस इज द प्लॅनेट and this is the orbit. This is the orbit. As we learn, the word orbit, it is having one atom, that is the atom, and this is the proton and this is the neutron, and this electron is revolving around this nucleus, and this is called as a orbit. This is called as a orbit. So if this path is not followed in a circular manner, it is a ellipse manner, in ellipse. So the orbit of a planet is an ellipse. So orbit of a planet is a not circular. In which manner? It is a ellipse. Ellipse म्हणजे लंब वर्तुळाकार. वर्तुळाकारच नव्हे तर लंब वर्तुळाकार अशी त्यांची कक्षा असते आणि अशी ज्यावेळेस त्यांची कक्षा असते विथ सोबत सन ॲट अ वन फोकाय, अशा वेळेस सूर्य त्याच्या एका फोकल पॉइंटला असतो. As we know that ellipse has a 2 focal point, that is f1 and f2. If we take a cone and if we will cut by a plane section, so we will get this ellipse. And distance from any point, if we draw this line and this line, and if we draw here A, so distances from f1 and f2, distances covered are same. If we, this is the B point, distance, this distance and this. If we draw this, if we calculate, that is A f1 plus A f2 is equal to B f1 plus B f2. These distances are equal. So this is the part of geometry. It means first law. What is the first law? The orbit of a planet. This is the orbit and this is the planet. is an ellipse. See, this is the ellipse, this is not a circle, with the sun at one foci, and in such a situation सूर्य जो असतो तो एका त्याच्या नाभीवर असतो, फोकल पॉइंट वर असतो. Second law of the Kepler is that the line joining the planet, this is the planet or this is the planet. This line joining, this is having a planet or this is having a planet. Take any example of them. So line joining to the planet and sun sweeps equal area in equal interval of the time. It means that if the planet is moving from point A to point B and point C to point D, it means that the area, that is A, yes, B and C, yes, D, these two areas, the two areas are equal. A, yes, B and C, yes, D. The area covered by this planet, that is A, yes, B, this is the sun, and C, yes, D is equal. And again, this is sweeps, equal area. This is the equal area. And time is also equal time of the interval from point A to point B. Whatever may be required time is same from point C to point D. Now, as we know that the Kepler has describing in their three law about the planetary motion. What is the third law of Kepler? The Kepler's third law said that the square of its period of a revolution of a planet, it means of a planet, means this is the planet, and planet revolve around the sun, and it requires some time. The square of its period of a revolution of a planet around the sun, it directly proportional to the cube of a mean distances of the planet from the sun. It means that if the distance from the planet to the sun is equal to r, the distances from planet to the sun is r, and to complete one revolution, its period, it means time, is t. It means that the t square of a period, t square, is directly proportional to the cube of the mean distances from the planet. So mean distances from the planet of a sun. It means that, so you can take any planet and its revolution around the sun, the formula is same, and because of this it having a constant. म्हणजे आपण असं म्हणू शकतो की हा जो ग्रह आहे, हा ग्रह याचा जो फिरण्याचा किंवा ज्याला आपण आवर्त कालावधी म्हणतो, हा आवर्त कालावधी आणि त्याचं सूर्यापासूनचं अंतर हे दोघांचं एकामेकाशी म्हणजे लागणारा कालावधी आणि असलेलं अंतर हे t² समानुपाती r³ इतकं असतं.